I'm in beautiful Samod, Rajasthan today, and it's been a few days since our webinar on AML challenges being faced by Fintechs got over. We had 300 plus participants, 40 odd questions by the end of the session, many of which I just could not answer because we just ran out of time. And so I thought, what better way than to create this video on the 5 big insights that really came out of that session. Number one is the fact that this current trend of regulatory reviews and AML focus on fintechs is going to continue, not just in India, but across the world, because that's really where we see the trends, that's really where we see the focus, and fintechs should continue to expect more regulatory reviews and more questions by the regulator. Number two is most of these fintechs, most NBFCs, many of the small finance banks haven't really chalked out budgets for AML compliance or for resources or for technologies to make sure that they are, they have the right coverage and they have the right technologies in place. And that's a problem, not because they don't have the capability to have these budgets and people in place, simply because the planning really hasn't gotten there yet and they don't think it's a big business requirement. Number three is, now that we see this massive focus on AML non-compliance or AML reviews, we will see a number of providers and technology providers, which unfortunately may just end up doing some amount of mis-selling and misrepresentation to a market that desperately wants tools and technologies. They are often low coverage, low cost, don't have the right data, don't have the right analytics, don't have the right reporting. And it just means that even after spending that kind of money, whether it's lesser or more than what one would expect, you may just not have the coverage. And therefore, it's very important for a fintech to be very cognizant about what they're buying and what is it that that particular tool or technology will do for them. Number four is, often fintechs ask me, where do we start? And I tell them, start with screening. You may not have a complete plan in place. There is a complete map that we have at ZIGRAM that we're happy to sort of share with folks. But start with screening, move on to customer risk rating, then to transaction monitoring, finally regulatory reporting. There are 14 to 16 different elements that one can have for an AML program, but this is a great place to start. And finally, let's just talk about the most important thing, which is the tone at the top. Without really having the management, business leaders, board of directors and others on board, one can continue to buy all the tools, technologies, AI, machine learning, or any other buzzword in place. But the fact of the matter is, coverage and AML compliance will only really take hold in an organization once there is culture, when there is the right tone at the top, and when senior folks understand really what needs to be done. So with that, I'll say bye-bye. And in case you're looking for a link to the webinar or a quick overview report on managing AML compliance, please go to the description. There'll be a link there, sign up, and we'll send across something very soon. Take care.